We go now to Archbishop Borys Gudziak from the Ukrainian Catholic Archeparchy of Philadelphia. Your Excellency, thank you so much for being with us today. Can you talk to us about the significance of this meeting between Pope Francis and President Zelenskyy?
It was a meeting of two of the most respected leaders in the world, Pope Francis, a spiritual leader, and President Zelenskyy, who has emerged as a spokesman for a nation that really is changing global history. Ukraine is the epicenter of global change now, political, diplomatic, military, economic, agricultural, you name it, ecology. And I think what happened is that in Rome and at the Holy See, there is now an increasing understanding that Ukraine is not just an object, a plaything, a pawn between great powers, but Ukrainians are actually subjects of their own history. And that's what President Zelenskyy wanted to say. We want peace. Nobody wants peace in Ukraine more than Ukrainians who are being killed. But we need a peace that is just, a peace that is lasting. And that means sometimes, you know, like with cancer, you need an operation. Something has to move, something has to change. And I think the Holy Father saw that this is not adamancy, this is not stubbornness. This is something that comes from a via crucis, from the suffering of the Ukrainian people, something that President Zelenskyy has shared and expressed so eloquently for the last 15 months. And I think there was a meeting of people who think very differently and come from very different points of view.
Your Excellency, what role can the Holy See play in helping to bring an end to the conflict in Ukraine? I mean, do you think negotiated peace is possible?
Well, I think President Zelenskyy was saying, you know, I came into the presidency kind of like a dove, saying that we should not, you know, we should look for peace. But every step of the way, President Putin has manipulated, has lied, and then he began massive war crimes. You can't negotiate with somebody like Putin. He compared him to Hitler. And I think there is great truth in that. We can't be naive. You know, Catholic moral thought speaks about evil. You have to name it, and you have to get rid of it. So Ukrainians are willing to negotiate, but the Russian army needs to leave Ukraine. The thief needs to get out of the house, and that's what President Zelenskyy was saying. Yeah. We want peace, but it has to be just.
Unfortunately, we have just about a minute left, but I do want to get this. I know you're very closely connected to the situation in Ukraine, and with the arrival of spring, both sides seem to be escalating in the fighting, especially in Bakhmut. How concerned are you about this renewed level of warfare, and what are the implications for peace?
Well, there have been tremendous casualties, especially on the Russian side. They've thrown their own soldiers like cannon fodder. Tens of thousands have been killed. And that is very sad for humanity. But it also is showing that Ukrainians are being effective and they're defending themselves. And they're very confident that they will arrive at a point of a just peace, that they know they can't lose because they will be slaughtered. We saw it in Bucha, Borodyanka, in Irpin. We saw it in the 20th century when 15 million Ukrainians were killed. So the spirit and resolve and resilience of Ukrainians seems to be very strong.
Well, we're going to leave it right there. Your Excellency, thank you so much for your time today. We appreciate it. God bless you.